All right, I am Edward Pevos with M Live, and I am here with Michigan's own Frankenmuth's Greta Van Fleet after 2 straight shows at the Fillmore. So, you know, you guys are chilling right now, but man, I saw you guys last night. The crowd is crazy into it. You guys are jamming on stage like crazy. How has, like, when we talked to you about 6 months ago, how have things progressed just in the last 6 months in terms of fan base all over the world, basically?
We have no idea.
Really? Yeah, I wish I even got sunshine more often. Usually we're in building to building in cities.
Wow, look at
and
that.
The sun comes out, look at the
That's a
wow.
window. Beautiful.
I know that. Listen, you've been in Michigan all life, so you know the weather. It's but no, you guys probably haven't seen the sun.
No, not a building. And then it gets worse because you play bigger venues and you have more of an excuse to walk around inside as opposed to get out. But it's like
the prison you've created yourself.
You've been prisoned yourself, yeah, exactly. And then it's worse in the winter when you don't have any sun outside. You're going to get it under.
It's a living nightmare.
No,
so that doesn't answer your
What?
question at
You
all.
don't have to answer any questions.
But
Any way you want. That's fine.
it's
I'm
interesting.
just
It's difficult from an internal perspective. You can see so much going on around you, but it's
There's
really
fast
difficult to
growth.
get
People
it on the inside. But
Yeah.
now we can see that there are more people coming.
The more the merrier,
Yeah.
Even at the festivals and stuff. It's like,
Well, I talked to people today from online, from Russia and Australia and all over that are fans of yours now. And they all had the same type of question about you haven't even come out with your first album, which is crazy. You have a double EP. And what is up with the first album? Fans want to know, is it done? Is it going to be all new music? Is there some of the songs from the EP, the double EP going to be on there? Like, what can you tell us?
Absolutely, all new music, all original,
Wow.
full-length album. Yeah, so we're really excited.
it's the real deal.
I think we're really proud.
As a whole album, it's more songs on one album that we've released than the double EP together.
I mean, it's become like a substantial piece in our minds where it's like before we never had the ability to articulate a complete thought, and that's how Sam puts it. Like, it's just those EPs, 4 songs each. We released Black Smoke Rising around this time last year, I believe.
It's like, here's some songs.
Right, here's some songs, here's some things, some songs, some ditties, And so the demand was high enough that we made time because we were touring pretty intensively, and so we made took a week off, recorded 4 more, and then put together from the fires. But we've never been able to actually get in the studio and be able to do a full length, to actually have the complete thing from the beginning to the end, and have that.
So we recorded in December, February, January. So
Before you went on tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the downtime to do that after the holiday and everything.
So it is done. It's just you're waiting. How does that work when you
mixing.
come out with it?
We're mixing
Okay.
everything, and then we'll get it into mastering, and then hopefully release it sooner than later. It's like it's looking like late summer. So,
Okay. That's pretty soon. I mean, it's over
Yeah.
summer, so as you can see by the sun out. So, is there a title? Is there anything else you can say about it? You don't have to. Just curious.
We're not really privy to that information.
All right, cool. How often do you guys get home now? You're traveling all over the world, essentially. Do you?
This is our first time back. Well, we haven't been home yet, but it's
No,
the
we
first
have.
time
Close, though.
back in Michigan in about
Detroit's home.
3 months.
Yeah, it's been a solid 3 months. It's for the longest time it's ever been.
Yeah, because we started off, and it's hilarious packing for this kind of stuff. Because it
That's the
starts
worst
off-
part.
It's springtime in Europe. It's cold.
And
Freezing.
That's where you're gonna pack everything.
And so then we
Everything.
go off
Winter.
to play Coachella in April.
That was awesome. Coachella was like.
And so then,
pack shorts.
yeah, it's like I brought 1 pair of shorts.
Yeah.
Same.
And, yeah, it's nice.
You acquire
It's hilarious.
I mean, you're like, I can really use a pair of swim trunks. I totally forgot about those.
I wasn't
So you
confident.
go buy one, and you're like, this is great, but then you run into another pair that you just have to have.
So you end up coming home with another
stupid
suitcase.
stuff.
I wasn't confident in my ability to just adapt to an environment or something like that. But now I'm fully confident that I can probably survive with just maybe a wallet and be like, okay, everything else I got.
Because you will always forget something.
Right.
Absolutely. Because we move Probably about every 4 days
Mm-hmm.
on average. So you're always gonna. It's like we settle down in this hotel, and then we have to go in 4 days. So then you're gonna leave. You're gonna leave like a pair of shorts or something.
Yeah,
You're gonna leave your toothpaste.
I take it back.
Socks,
I take it back. I
shampoos.
take it back. Wallet and pair of underwear, and then that'll be good.
Yeah, the best way to
Somewhere more low maintenance than others.
bring absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Now we've gotten completely off topic.
Yeah.
Do
Reel us
fans?
in, reel us in.
I was thinking of getting a facial.
Yeah, you guys joke around a lot on tour, I'm sure, together. It's funny. Do you have a nickname yet? Like, do fans have a nickname for you? Is there one, like Justin Bieber has, the Believers.
Oh.
There's little monsters for Lady Gaga. Is there any kind of nickname out there for you?
Greta heads.
Greta
Heads.
The Fleet.
Street fleet.
Street Fleet's the one. Well,
So
people-
multiple, then.
Yeah, the fans have always been kind of referred
Definitive one I know.
to as like.
Greta
We need a definitive one.
Could be
Yes,
yeah,
we need
yeah.
a definitive.
It's always been
Okay.
like the fans
So
are
you get on that.
We need a definitive one. I like the Franken Van Muth, that shirt.
That was
That's really cool, isn't it? And it's got the big stein on the back of it with a cross.
That was
guitar.
awesome. And it's funny because there's people, and I was talking to them on Facebook the other day, they don't even know what Frankenmuth is. They're from overseas,
Yeah.
and they don't know what we're talking about. And they have to
Frankenmuth.
explain that. Frankenmuth. Yeah, exactly. So you don't realize that.
No,
Yeah.
it's like you can do research, but you won't really know unless you
Mhm.
experience it. You go, there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What would you guys, like, if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing? Like, what would you want to do in terms of job? Or, yeah, you're a film buff, somebody say, yeah. Film.
Probably to be, I don't know, maybe into literature or something. Maybe film.
Yeah.
I've always looked at it this way. I mean, if we weren't doing this, then I think we would be doing something to better the world one way or another. And I think that's how we kind of are, just how
Yeah.
And artistically too, it sounds like. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'd all kind of.
I would
stick
take
around
trying.
there.
Sam would have been a
Do like
pioneer.
challenges.
or
No. I would have taken the money that my grandparents saved up for our college, bought a VW bus, and lived on the beach, get sunburn every day. That's it.
Going safaris,
Hey,
Sounds rough.
everybody likes doing different things. That's pretty cool.
surfing, eat gumbo.
Actually, I have a couple fan questions I got this morning from your Facebook fan page. One person wanted to know, because they said, you used to cover some Zeppelin songs when you were first kind of starting out, but because of these comparisons now, would you ever kind of consider doing Zeppelin songs on bigger stages, or are you done with that?
Yeah, I think with that time, that chapter that's passed. I mean, it's sad. It's unfortunate that that some people would have the immediate comparison, and that has granted us the inability to ever
There are
cover.
these beautiful periods of growth,
But
If we did, we'd alter the lyrics and
that was
the key.
that was the
Yeah.
time. So
Pop.
different
Yeah,
music.
because
for
we
different
play new
times.
music.
Yeah. Well, you guys have established your own thing now,
Some
big
new
time.
songs.
So that's what's great about that. Laura Harmon wants to know about the socks. Just wearing socks on stage from Sam.
Wow, Laura.
How did that kind of come about?
Actually, I kind of stopped wearing socks because, I stopped traveling with shoes because it's just very difficult. And they take up a lot of space.
and you lose them.
I have one pair of sandals,
Jam drawers.
one pair of Chelsea boots, and one pair of clogs, and I travel with me.
You know what the problem with Chelsea boots are? That.
They're great,
Yeah,
but these are cheap.
These are very hold up.
Yeah, those are falling apart a little bit.
But yeah, it's like there's
You
a lot
can't
of
go
reasons.
wrong with a good
All of
pair
our
of
shoes
comfort
have holes
moccasins.
in whatnot.
Hey.
and stuff.
There's a lot of reasons, you
Gotta be
put your
comfortable.
foot. The actual vibration of the stage,
Yeah.
picking up free electrons with the universe.
There's
allow
something
you to
about
trans-
those
Well, you won't slip
Yeah,
as
there's
much.
a big part is I used to wear shoes until the acoustic set when I got a keyboard. I actually forgot about that. But yes, it's very, very difficult to play the bass pedals on the organ.
If you haven't
with shoes
noticed,
on.
he's got 2 tiers of
Okay.
keys and bass that he's doing all at the same time.
So you have to be able to
It's
feel. Like,
like-
imagine playing guitar with gloves on. That's what it would be like.
Oh, it's a good perspective. All right.
It's a good, yeah.
Well, that answers the question.
You know what I just realized, Josh, is that Danny's using his full body on the kit, Sam's using full body on those keys, and I'm using full body with these pedals and my 2 hands, but yet
You're not really doing
one
I have
hand.
other things going on.
Are you kidding me? Have you ever seen him play
This is all going to be unedited
I
that
have
way.
to be articulate. That's that's like using two things at once, right? And
Oh,
don't
that's
forget
right,
about
because
my
we don't use
heart
our
soul.
brains. That's right.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, you
Whoa,
guys, mindless.
Yeah, but if you guys were both put on this planet
Rings
and you could sing and you didn't have a guitar, you would
Basically, you're right.
Do you guys get recognized more just in random places now? And how is that, I guess? How does that like world kind of feel to you when you?
It's like the world is smaller, you know. You're not so
Yeah.
frightened of the big world of it. You know, and traveling around like in that also makes the world kind of a cozier, more familiar place. You know, the global community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always thought, you know, that being an anxious person, you know, kind of thinking, well, there's a lot out there, you know, and it could be frightening, but there's something about travel that's an education you won't get, you know, within closed walls.
Sure. You guys are doing a lot of that, and you're going to be doing a lot more of that, which is crazy.
Well, whatever we were doing in our lives, regardless of music, I think there's going to be travel involved. That's quite innovative. See, told you,
Bioengineer if you weren't a musician, just like
I
you
was trying to
said.
play it off. It wasn't hilarious.
If the idea
Oh my
was
gosh,
to
that's
engineer
funny.
something that had zero practical application, you might
I've
say,
got a lot of inventions, but I'm not going to share because they haven't been patented yet.
Yeah.
You go to Shark Tank. I mean. Susan Gasper, a couple more questions. Susan Gasper wants to know, what do you do to kind of relax or decompress after a show? And you just did 2 shows in a row.
I smoke a lot of
So-
cigarettes. You know, I do knife throwing. That's really fun too.
There's an axe throwing place in Detroit right now.
Yeah.
I think a couple actually.
Hatchets, yeah, we've done
Axes.
I love doing that.
Yeah.
We do log rolling after
Yeah,
shows.
log rolling. We do some
All the fun stuff.
No, back on track. We like hiking. That's a nice way to
Oh,
decompress.
like
You ever
immediately
seen
after
Dash,
shows.
the TV show?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do after shows.
Watch some TV shows
Yeah,
or watch MASH.
no, we distill our own gin and do surgery on war victims. Kind of, you know, that's what we do.
Hey, you can do whatever you want. You
I was
guys.
just thinking of the most absurd and realistic answer. That's probably.
Look at us, we're not decompressed.
Or what do you really do?
We don't
No, there's
decompress.
nothing. We hold on to bear the tension. We bear the tension. Tension is good.
You guys just watch? Do you like just watch TV? Listen to music? You know, or play
We
video
all-
games? I have
we
played video
pretty
games.
much
Music
for about
always.
10 minutes after every show, we sit in almost what
Silence.
we call silence.
Mhm.
Yeah, we critique the show a little bit. We say, well, you know, we do some modes of improvement. And we go, okay, now that we've discussed that, that's just
So
Okay.
we usually just sit there like this for about 10 minutes.
And all you can hear is
it's still here today. That's
That's
bad.
why I wear earplugs to every show I go to now because.
Yeah, even when we are wearing
Yeah.
it, we're like, we wear in-ears. Let's look at that.
And yours wasn't too loud. Like sometimes you go to a show and it's too loud. The audio
Oh, yeah.
level wasn't too loud at yours. So I think
Yeah,
I'm
there's
right.
definitely there's definitely
No, it was loud. It wasn't too loud.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
gets to a point where I think a lot of people
Oh, yeah.
push it and it just
Yeah.
sounds horrible.
You don't want to be overmodulated. And,
It's like-
It loses.
you
a
want
lot
to
of
hear your
quality.
vocals. You want to hear the
Yeah,
instruments.
exactly.
That's the
There's a
point.
lot of subtleties
So-
in the playing. I think that we want to communicate. So
Right.
Now, I'm just curious out of my own personal music taste, what you guys like. And I'm just going to name some of my favorite bands of all time real quick. And just anyone who either likes them or doesn't like them, just do you listen to them or not?
Raise
Do you
your
like them?
hand. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a terrible.
like the Eagles, one of my favorites of all
yeah,
time.
Eagles are great.
Yeah,
Thumbs
thumbs
up.
up.
Thumbs up.
Alright. Fleetwood Mac.
Thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay, I love that.
Yes.
Uh,
Put your thumbs sideways.
We're going to get a little more cheesy maybe. Hall & Oates.
Oh,
Yes?
We like all notes. Yeah.
Sweet. Bon Jovi. Love that.
In the museum.
Okay. I wonder why. Why? Okay, interesting. Wow. Interesting.
Would you like to
This
extrapolate?
doesn't do too much.
No.
Yeah,
It's
no,
great.
it's all taste.
Now,
It's
what
all
I'm saying,
taste.
yeah, what we're saying is not bad or good. It's just preferential. It's
Exactly, it's all taste,
not
yeah.
really,
Maybe the,
I have weird taste sometimes too, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
That, but that's, I
Maybe
understand.
because he's not as blues influenced. Maybe that's why it's more
Okay.
interesting.
it's a little bit more pop oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard rock, metal,
We
80s,
listen
but
to so much
popish,
music,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's impossible to like it all.
Yeah.
There's some stuff.
What about Motown?
That's what we grew up on.
Yeah, I figured you grew up on that in Michigan.
We're at the cradle.
Have you heard
The
of
cradle of
Motown?
Motown.
Okay. Okay. And Madonna, she's not far from Frankenmuth. Grew up in Bay City.
Oh, no,
Bay City, yeah.
that's right.
I don't know if you guys, this might be too cheesy for you guys or too poppy, but
It is.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madonna.
Listen, that's fair. That's fair. A couple more. Pink. My current favorite is Pink.
Pink.
I
really listen.
I don't think
Okay.
I don't think I know what that's.
Also, I don't know, you know, yeah.
Okay. No problem. And Journey.
My
I
dad's
write
a big
the
fan.
line.
Yeah. So I can see now what your musical tastes are. You guys aren't a big into the cheesy popish type bubblegum-ish.
Here's the thing. Here's actually a perfect comparison with Journey. Greg Riley. He was a keyboard player, wrote a lot of the songs, and he was the keyboard player for Santana, like the original band, like late '60s. And Santana was amazing. I'm trying not to.
It's alright, it's unedited, so
But,
nothing I can do.
No,
Please
that was
say a
an
word.
absolutely amazing band. And then, you go to Journey, and I think it was a different time, and it's like, doesn't do it for me. I think Journey
Sure.
really kind of highlights the things that I don't really like about
The
rock music.
production, it's like over manufactured. So it's,
Like, it's good stuff.
No, I see what you're
It
saying.
is.
The stuff that we listen to just has like a certain magic to it. Like every time you hear the song, you can hear something different.
we listen
Pull
to the
something out.
strangest
Yeah.
stuff. People want us. I'm imagining people would presume that we listen to a lot of rock and roll, and we don't particularly. It's like all of that stuff we've heard, and that's,
Yeah.
it's great. It's great.
And even
stuff.
so now, we don't really like listen to anything that you would like imagine we'd listen to. We'll go on the bus and we'll play like John Denver all day.
I
like,
love John.
John Denver.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Maybe if I had said New Kids on the Block, that wouldn't have been a stretch. I left that one out, but that's funny.
Yeah,
John
Miriam
Denver.
McCabe.
absolutely.
Are you familiar with Miriam
I've
McCabe?
not heard of Mary
Mary
Kay.
McCabe is amazing.
Okay.
I
But
think
that's what's great about music. There's so much out there that
Yeah.
people can discover, like you guys. And I am a recent newer fan who recently discovered you.
But you have a shirt, so now.
Well, I had to get a shirt on. I'm a new fan.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I had not heard of you just, last year. I didn't know who you were 6, 7, 8 months ago until we did a story on you. And then I started listening to music. I was like, I see what people are seeing now when they hear you, like Elton John and Tom Hanks randomly coming up. I mean, how crazy is that? I mean, these guys are the biggest in their field, and you're like getting their attention, which is unbelievable. So, all right. Well, listen. Is there anything else you want to say to your fans, or anything you want to add at
The
the end?
music is you.
That's it, yeah. No.
Well, yeah, we're excited for the album to come out, and hopefully everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, I think we will.
Sweet.
From what we've enjoyed so far, and you're recording that in Nashville, is that
Yeah.
right? But not Detroit.
We
A little bit
here.
here. Yeah, we did some
Royal.
guitar dubs and some vocals.
Just always curious how that works, but it's all right. It's a little bit.
Actually, one of the songs was recorded.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, one of them was completely recorded.
Are you gonna shoot any music videos in Detroit area or Michigan or Frankenmuth even?
We might.
That would be
cool.
We're on the covered bridge in
Is that the album cover? The cover bridge in Frankenmuth? That would
Yeah,
be
that's
cool.
exactly.
We're jumping entirely naked.
Very cool. Well, yeah, that's some things. All right, we learned some things, new things about Greta Van Fleet today. So hopefully, because there's a lot out there on Google, but hopefully we asked some different
None of
questions.
it's true.
And
None of it is
none-
actually true.
Everything that we've just said is completely
That's
untrue.
You never know. You never know.
Ambiguous.
We don't know.
Vague,
Well, very cool. Well, anyway,
generalized.
that's it from with Greta Van Fleet or Franken Van Muth. I gotta see that. I gotta see that shirt. You guys gotta Google that, but I'll have to see that. But so anyway, reporting for M Live with Greta Van Fleet, I am Edward Pevos.